Creators mostly think that the curve should be smooth and nice throughout all the life stage of the campaign, but unfortunately that's not that way. During the first 3-4 days of the campaign, once we launch on Kickstarter, we see the momentum, and then the curve drops, and it's natural. So there then comes the strategies that help the curve to increase or to keep static throughout the campaign.
You are watching the Creator Chronicles. Hi, I'm Artur Papikyan, and this is where we break down the silent mistakes that are happening through the different stages of a crowdfunding campaign. Most campaigners imagine life stage of a campaign as a steady curve. That's not how reality works. Curves grow, curves slow, curves drop. To dive deeper into this and understand where the expectations are meeting the reality, today we have Rubina with us, a project manager who has seen from a lot of campaigns how the expectations are meeting the reality. And the very first question regarding this is, what is the most common misunderstanding that creators are having in terms of life stage? How are they imagining it before launching the campaign, and what are they bumping into?
Hey Arthur, thanks for having me today. Creators mostly think that the curve should be smooth and nice throughout all the life stage of the campaign, but unfortunately that's not that way. During the first 3-4 days of the campaign, once we launch on Kickstarter, we see the momentum, and then the curve drops, and it's natural. So there then comes the strategies that help the curve to increase or to keep static throughout the campaign. Yeah, and of course there comes the last days of the campaign where we see the momentum again. So basically the creators should think how and what strategies they should use in order to keep the curve smooth in the middle of the campaign.
Speaking about being normal of the curve to drop down after the first spike, why do the specialists consider this as a normal in general?
Most creators do lead generation before they launch their crowdfunding campaign. And during this lead generation process, you collect leads or depositors.
Depositors who?
Depositors who give a deposit for locking the lowest price for the launch campaign.
Smart.
Yeah. And during the first 3-4 days, the nurtured audience that you collected during the lead generation convert. And there comes the stage where you need to bring a new cold audience to convert on the live stage.
Okay, and speaking about the moment after the spike, what are the major strategies that you are using and that creators maybe do not know about?
First thing that came to my mind is the backer survey. After this momentum, we send a backer survey that includes some questions that will later help us to restructure the page, optimize the ads, the interests, etc. And this backer survey actually helps you to get in contact with your core audience that will later help you to shape the page, shape your strategies.
Yeah, that's something I've never heard of regarding sending survey, because I remember one of our guests was telling sending surveys before the live stage so that they understand who their main contacts or their main potential backers are going to be, but this is completely different kind of approach. So what are the most important insights that you are getting from these surveys that are helping you to shape the remaining part of the strategy? And before the launch, the strategy that you are forming for the whole campaign, can it be affected from this survey, from the answers of this survey?
Surely, this survey impacts the strategy that was crafted before the launch. And when you send this survey, you are getting actually in contact with your core audience. Because during the lead generation, the survey that you send to your potential customers, they are not actually your customers, but now you are dealing with the actual backers. And their answers help you to overall refine maybe the page, maybe the ads targeting, etc.
So now I want to understand how difficult it is to refine these strategies, because all of the assets of the omnichannel marketing that are working, for example, advertising, PR, or I don't know, maybe the project management themselves who are managing the whole campaign, crafted the whole strategy for the campaign till the end of it. Now you need to refine how this refinement is being affected to the work and the speed, etc.
Actually, we are used to it because in crowdfunding, everything changes rapidly and you need to deal with that. And first thing is to analyze overall the survey results, and depending on these results, you decide maybe there is the problem with the page, and you start with the page restructuring. Then comes the ads department that needs to refine the interest or optimize, overall they are interconnected, the departments, because when you change the interest in ads, you also change the outreach for PR and influencer marketing. Yeah.
So actually it's helping to craft and continue your strategy to drive to the goal.
Surely, yeah, because like the main goal needs to be achieved, and this backer survey helps you to reach it. But if you do not refine based on the survey, you will not reach the goals that you previously did.
So we managed to cover about the survey strategy, and it totally makes sense why you should adapt your further strategy of the live stage based on that. Besides the surveys, what other strategies are having core effect of the live stage?
I would definitely mention coming up with offers. Again, after the momentum, when your most audience was converted that you collected in lead generation stage, you have the data what add-ons they actually prefer. And having this data helps you to come up with some bundles that actually perform well and help you to keep the momentum going, or at least make the curve smoother.
What about the backers that backed the project previously before these bundles? Isn't it getting some kind of conflicts that they backed for a special bundle, but now you are offering a better one, or this kind of stuff? Can they, I don't know, upgrade it, or how is this working in terms of the image of a campaign?
Yeah. Making the upgrade is always there, but actually you should understand how you come up with these offers in order not to get backlash from your previous backers.
Okay. So after implementing the strategies, when you are getting to a certain point of life stage, is there something new that you are offering to backers so that they get engaged with the campaign? I mean, for the previous ones as well, so that they do some kind of upgrades, get new add-ons, or are you doing this with only the stretch goals, or there are any other kind of strategies for this to help?
Stretch goals, surely, if the creators have the ability to give something to set a stretch goal, we definitely do it. But again, in the backer survey, when we understand what is missing for our backers and the creators can actually implement, we do. I will bring an example of our recent campaigns called DOT, and we sent the backer survey, and we understood that there is a module that our backers are missing, but we did not have it in our add-ons. We spoke with our creators, and they actually could implement it. So bringing up a new add-on helped our campaign to increase the average order value and overall the product value perception for our backers. And there was the spike again in the middle of the campaign. And I will mention the stretch goals that during the backer survey we understood. We set the stretch goals in a different order. And after the backer survey, we understood that we need to change the stretch goals. So once implementing it, we again had a spike because before that, we had a problem with our backers that they mentioned that the price is not justified. And after the stretch goal was achieved, the scenario definitely changed because now the product had mostly the features that the potential customers needed.
Yeah, here is a very cool takeover that I think is mostly missing in the both educational content and special content that people are creating for in crowdfunding. It's that mostly you are focusing to have a launch based on real data, but what we had today, I understood that during the life stage, your strategy should be backed more on data rather than before the launch. Because like when you are having this launch, you are having the spike, but the most part in terms of length, you can lose if you do not do your repositioning or refine your strategy, fine-tune it based on the real data. This is a very important takeover that I think today we are taking with us.
Yeah, definitely. And I will also mention the educative content because during the lead generation, you collect the audience and you try to convert during the first days of the campaign or during the last days, which creates scarcity and automatically like the ones who actually needed the product convert. Here comes the part that you worked with the cold audience. You need to give them an educative content so they understand how the product solves their pain points, because mostly people do not understand what problems the product that you are actually promoting helps them to solve their points. And once you give the educative content and they connect their pain point with your product and product features, there you have a success and you actually convert them too.
Yeah, I think that today we had a very, very cool and informative talk about the life stage, because these are the points that have never been mentioned. So I think that we are definitely going to have you once again in our next episodes to dive deeper into maybe each channel. And today, based on our tradition, you have a question left from our previous guest.
Nice.
And you are going to leave one question to the next guest, but you don't know who it's going to be. The question actually refers to the pre-part of a live campaign. It's about pre-launch. What are the most important metrics that creators are not paying enough attention before launching the campaign in pre-launch stage?
Mostly creators pay attention to subscription and reservation, but there comes the subscription to reservation rate, which also plays a huge role. It shows if you have a problem with pricing, like people come and subscribe, but they do not actually reserve. And you should redefine the pricing strategy in order to meet their expectations, or you should rephrase the subscription page so people understand that the features that your product actually has is worth the price that you are suggesting.
Okay, perfect. So what would your question be for our next guest?
Let me think. Okay, the question that I have for our next guest is how the changes that they make based on their survey results actually impact their performance during the life stage of the campaign.
Okay, perfect. And to sum up our episode, what would your advice be to all of the creators who are now watching this podcast?
I would definitely advise to research the market thoroughly and to understand how they should position their product in order their customers can interconnect their pain points with the features that their product actually suggests. Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you have any further questions, make sure to drop those in the comment section. Also, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and like it. Stay tuned.